Hello all, welcome to day 27 of our Red Letter Challenge with Zach Zender. 40 days on the words of Jesus and then what it means for us to become more and more like Jesus. Today, the focus verse is Luke chapter 6 verse 35, where it says, "Lend expecting nothing in return." Now why would we do such a thing as that, to lend expecting nothing in return? Well, the recognition is that through this entire study, we've been working at the concept of trying to look more and more like Jesus and to reflect His love for others and His care for others well, right? And when we give, oftentimes what I find interesting about that is that when I talk to people, or even when I just think about how I give sometimes, I find it interesting that what I'm actually doing is having an expectation. Now, we've touched on this some before, right? That the idea is that sometimes it's a like-for-like exchange, right? I give you money, you give me goods or a service. We've also talked about the fact that at times we can sometimes give somebody something expecting them to remember and then repay later, right? Because I cared for you now, in the future someday when I need help, my expectation is that you will come along and do that with me. You'll help me in some way. And so we sort of keep a mental log of what we've done for somebody, right? Now, that's very human and very understandable. That's how we as humans function. But here's the interesting thing. Jesus did not function that way. He gives His own life for our salvation, pays a debt that we owe that we cannot pay, and does it not just for you or for me, but for all of humanity, in hopes that they would return the gift by believing in Him. The recognition is, though, that not all will choose that, but it's certainly an open gift to any of them. And what's ironic is that in doing so, they receive the greatest gift possible. And Jesus doesn't ask for anything. Nothing but belief. So when we give, the concept should be that we give expecting nothing in return. When is the last time that you genuinely, no strings attached, gave to someone simply because they were in need and you had the ability to provide them? We don't give because we have to. We give because we want to be like Jesus. My prayer for you today is that you would want to be like Jesus enough to give to someone who has need without an expectation of something in return. I pray that as you do that, you would remember who you are